So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to AS Roma prepare one of the biggest games of this second round of the season. It's our first game back in the second round, and we're already facing what will probably be the champions of Italy. Is it even good news to me for me to say that it's going to be a tough game? Because it is. It's going to be a massive game in a stadium where not many teams have won this season. In fact, I think 0 teams have won in Napoli's ground up to now. It's going to be a massive game for both teams because if Napoli win, then I think they can easily say they won the league. I mean, even now, they basically won the league. But if they win against us, then that's another top 4 clash which they won. So if they win against us, Napoli are becoming champions of Italy. If we win, we're putting so much pressure on other teams and we're putting so much elevation on the top 4 clash because, we looked at the table the last day. Every single team who is fighting for top 4 is very close to each other. We've got Milan at 38 points. We've got Roma, Lazio, Inter at 37 points, 1 point from Milan. We've got Atalanta at 35 points. So it's going to be a massive game. Don't get me wrong. I also think we're very lucky to be facing Napoli right now. And this is something which I want to say. It's something which I want to touch on because facing Napoli in the first round back is so good for us. It's massive. We have to face them eventually. Face it. We have to face them eventually, but I think we face them in the best way possible, in the best time possible, because they are coming from an elimination against Cremonese in the Coppa Italia, and we're coming from a solid streak in 2023, and we've never lost in 2023. So I think we're facing them in a very, very important stage of the season. It's that stage where you need confirmations. You just need to be present in games, or otherwise you're going to lose points. And losing points right now is a massive pain in the ass. But I also think we're lucky because the fact that we face them now means that we can, we face them on Sunday and then we're done with Napoli. We're done with Napoli this season. And I think that's massive because it could also be said that Napoli is living one of their worst moments of the season, if you can call it a worst moment, because they are coming from getting thrown out in the Coppa Italia against Cremonese. So I don't see, obviously they're in good form. They've got 12 points in front of Milan. They've been winning, and all of that. But the question is, can they continue doing that? So they're coming from, getting thrown out of the Coppa Italia. Again, they won last weekend, but can it influence them in any way? Maybe. Who knows? I don't think... You see, the last time we faced Napoli, I actually think we were in a worse position, and Napoli was in a way better position. We faced them right now. I'm not gonna go as far to say that we're gonna win, but I wouldn't be surprised if we sneak some points. I really wouldn't, because it's that, we were unbeaten in 2023. We faced tough teams. We faced teams which are top of the table, like Milan. We faced teams which can be daredevils, like relegation sides, where we had to get points. We did what we have to do. We're in a really good position. Why can't we extend this momentum in Napoli's ground? Right, let's talk about them, and then we'll speak about our predicted 11. And then, obviously, there are some questions on Zaniolo. I'll sum up the Zaniolo situation at the end of the stream. Let's focus on them. They're a team which scores so many goals. Like, they are a goal machine. They just score and score and score, and they can't stop. They scored 5 against Juventus, and don't forget that Juventus before that game had the best defense in the league, coming from like 7 consecutive clean sheets. And then they faced Napoli and they conceded 5 goals. Very similar situation. We've got a very good defense. We've got like the 3rd best defense in the league. And they have got the best attack in the league. Smalling's experience is going to be vital for this game. Smalling's experience is going to be like... It's just going to be that penny which you want to flip and you always want... You just want it to land in a good way. Smalling is going to be the player who is going to change this game. Because as we've seen last season, in both games against Napoli, Smalling pocketed Victor Osimhen. We faced Napoli a few months ago, and we played a good defensive game, and then Osimhen came up with a masterclass. I don't know how this match could go. I don't see Napoli battering us because we're good in not conceding many goals. But at the same time, we have to be so careful. And the big question mark in my defense is Ibanez, because we know Ibanez in big games. We know Ibanez in just important games. He does tend to bottle things, but give faith to Ibanez. He's been top class apart from that Lazio performance and that Milan performance. But I mean, he scored a goal. So Ibanez is one of the best players in the league so far. Of the season at the club so far. So we should enjoy this moment. We just have to avoid counterattacks. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say that avoiding counterattacks means playing a defensive game. Because what we have to avoid is playing like we played a few months ago against Napoli. Because, okay, you might not win, but you will eventually concede. If we play like we played 2 months ago in November against Napoli at the Olimpico, where Osimhen scored that masterclass, we are gonna concede. Because we can't resist 90 minutes of pressure coming from Napoli and all of that. So it has to be a balanced game. It has to be a balanced game like many other games. But, you know, there's a tendency of just falling back down in these games. It's how the team has been told to play these games. So it's not like it's going to change drastically from the Milan game to the Napoli game. We are going to expect a defensive game because look at all the big games this season. We've played defensive games. But what I want to see is shooting. What I want to see is the good link up between Dybala and Tammy. And that's just where I want to link this game. Obviously Osimhen is Osimhen, but Smalling is Smalling too. Kvaratskhelia is not 100% fit. He got a little injury. He's back for this game. He's back training with the team, but it means that he's not 100% fit. And Chilik has got a red card because he got too many yellow cards, so won't be available for this game. So Zalewski and Spina have to take massive care of Kvaratskhelia. Osimhen Kvara duo. It's going to be a Tammy plus Dybala against Kvara plus Osimhen match. But obviously the big thing in this is the midfield. They are so much better than us when it comes to physique. They've got Zambo Anguissa, which is the best defensive midfielder in the league. He's just so physical. That's why that's the section I'm more scared of, because Lobotka and Anguissa are amazing. You cannot compare Anguissa and Lobotka to Matic and Pellegrini, or Cristante and Matic, or Pellegrini and Cristante. You just can't. They are massively better than us. So expect a lot of duos because they're a very physical side. But explore their defense because their defense is amazing. Kim is they've got a good defense, one of the best defenses in the league, but they bottle things, and we've easily seen this against Cremonese. Now I know that Kim wasn't starting, but I don't know. That Cremonese game could have influenced them in a bad way. That's all I'm trying to say. Even though they did play their second team, but yeah, I mean, let's talk about us because obviously we have to take risks in this game. My predicted 11 is the same exact formation, the same exact lineup against La Spezia, except for two changes. One is a mandatory change because Cilic has got a red card and will be unavailable for this game. So I've put Zalewski on the right-hand side and Spina on the other side. Now, you know me. As much as I love them two, I think both of them can't defend well. And when you've got Kvara, Osimhen, and just a general team which scores an average of 3 goals per game, it's gonna be trouble. But we have to adapt with what we have. Korsdorp, obviously, we all know about. So I think Zalewski and Spina have to and will start Sunday's game. And then my other change is Pellegrini, who didn't play the Spezia game because he wasn't fit. I think he's gonna be back for this game. It's gonna be, and please don't even consider starting Matic and Cristante in this. Because the second I see Matic and Cristante in the lineup, I know we've automatically lost the game. Matic and Cristante are so damn slow. They're going to be no match to Anguissa and Lobotka, who, as I just said, are the best midfielder duo in the league up to now. So we need versatile players. And Pellegrini is our versatile midfielder. He goes from the attack to the defense in a very rapid way. I know there are many people in this channel which don't like Pellegrini. Well, just have it, because Pellegrini is going to start this game. And I think Pellegrini has to start this game, if you see what I mean. And then, yeah, defense is the same. Smalling, Ibanez, and Mancini. Rui Patricio in goals. Zalewski, Pellegrini, Cristante, and Spina. My 4 midfielders. El Shaarawy is starting again. El Shaarawy has to start again. He scored in last season's game in Napoli's ground. El Shaarawy is such an underrated player. El Shaarawy is just that player you need in your team. And El Shaarawy is a player which takes good advantage of momentum. He comes from a good performance against La Spezia. He wants to be there. He wants to be more participant. So El Shaarawy has to start this game, and El Shaarawy deserves to start this game. Can I be very honest here? El Shaarawy deserves to start this game. I've not put El Shaarawy here. It's El Shaarawy. Let's just start him because let's start him because he scored against La Spezia. El Shaarawy deserves to start this game. Even internally, apparently, the Roma and El Shaarawy are closer in renewing their contract, because El Shaarawy is so linked to this team that he's willing to reduce his salary, something which Zaniolo should learn about. And that's why El Shaarawy has to start this game, and I think he can be, again, the changing side of this game. Dybala, obviously, and Tammy up front. Not many changes up there. Tammy's coming from a good streak. Dybala's coming from, we all know what Dybala is coming from. So that's going to be my predicted 11. And yeah, I think predictions. People are asking predictions in the chat. I'm going to go a draw. I'm going to go a draw because I think we're in good shape. We've started the season, the year, so well that I think it would kind of be stabbing yourselves in the back not getting something from this game. Because if we get something from this game, we're going to massively put so much pressure on the other teams. So much pressure. We've got the hardest game this weekend against our opponents, but it's so good that we're facing them right now. So, let me quickly touch on something. I'm gonna go 1-1 draw. Just like last season. I remember I was in Berlin when we played Napoli last season. It was like 3 days after the Bodo Glimt masterclass in April. So it was a good time. We were very confident. Let me get something to answer a doubt coming from the chat. Now, Mario Marcucci is saying Smalling wants to leave. And if anyone here read the news that Smalling has asked to be sold, I don't blame you because I read that too. But then I investigated the situation. And then this is a Roma page on Instagram. And if you're Italian, you'll understand this. Otherwise, I'll translate this. Let me quickly take a screenshot of this. And apparently, people are saying that's fake. That's fake news, and that Smalling's entourage has said that's all bullshit. And Smalling has never said that he wants to leave the club. If you understand Italian, you'll probably understand that. Otherwise, It's basically said. It's basically saying how Smalling's agent, Smalling's entourage, has has basically said it's not true that Smalling has asked for to be sold. So it is fake news. However, that doesn't mean that Smalling will 100% stay. Smalling's future is linked to top four. And we have to be very careful because if Inter sells Skriniar in these last days of the transfer market, expect a massive assault onto Smalling. We have to resist these last few days because apparently Skriniar from Inter could leave to PSG, but yeah. Right. Yeah, people are asking Zaniolo. Zaniolo, ladies and gentlemen, has said no to Bournemouth officially. Bournemouth's representatives came to Rome today, to Milan, sorry, to speak about the situation with Zaniolo, and Zaniolo said no, he doesn't want to play for Bournemouth. The Premier League side tried to offer a massive increase in his salary, which he currently earns at Roma. They also tried to insert a clause which says that he could leave the club if they get relegated, something which I think Zaniolo fears is the relegation, but Zaniolo's made his mind. Zaniolo has said no to Bournemouth, and Zaniolo will stay until June. Now, the last thing which I'm reading is that Zaniolo will not get call-ups. Should it be that way? Should it not be that way? Let's wait until next Tuesday when the transfer market ends, and then we'll, just in case a massive open up in scenario comes, and then we'll speak about that. But I am reading that the club is considering isolating him and making him train by himself, which is big. Now, one thing which not many behind the scenes. Yesterday, Zaniolo posted a story on his Instagram, deleted after 10 minutes, and in this Instagram story, he showed a view of the city of Rome by night. I'm not sure if that is trying to mean I've decided to stay, because if he posted an Instagram story to try and say and communicate to fans that he wants to now stay because the city of Rome is majestic, then I'm sorry, my friend, but it's like me not presenting my homework to my teacher because I said my cat ate it. It's ridiculous. You're so childish. If that's the way you communicate with fans of you now changing your mind after you realize nobody wants you, not that nobody wants you, nobody is willing to prepare a massive assault for you, then that should be memed. That should be memed in the books. Now, I was doing something yesterday before going to bed. Something very smart and curious. I went on Zaniolo's last Instagram post and read all of the comments. There is not one comment which says, "Oh, I wish you stay." 99.99999% of those comments are, "C'est infame, c'est infame. You're a dickhead, you have to leave Rome." Fully agree. That 1% of comments you'll see of like Zaniolo, "Oh my god, I'm so happy you're staying, oh please stay," is those 14-year-old teenager girls who just are in love with him because he's a hot guy. Nothing else. So, I don't know. I don't know, but I'm so glad I'm not responsible for this situation because it's a tough situation to face. And again, another clue. Roma posted a video of Mourinho eating his cake for his birthday yesterday in the changing room. Zaniolo looked like the most depressed man on earth. And it's gutting that he said no to Bournemouth. I think he should have gone. He should have gone because he's going to be hated in this second half of the season. He is going to be hated. Now, you know me. I love respect. But let me tell you one thing. The next time I'm going to go to the stadium, which is on Thursday for the Cremonese Coppa Italia game, if Zaniolo was to get a call-up, and if Zaniolo's name gets announced on the big screen, I'll be the first one to boo. I mean, not that I'll actually be the first one, but I will join the many boos. Because this is not how you treat us. We're not a fucking Muppet show, mate. We're not Freddy and... what's their name? Piglet, and... what's the guy's name? The frog's name. The Muppet frog name. Oh my god. Muppet frog. What's his name? Kermit! Kermit, mate. This is not a Kermit and Pigette show. So, you've been so childish, you're gonna get the boos. Expect that. And I think he's already understanding that from all of the hate he's receiving in the comments. But again, we cannot be here focusing and making the team focus on this Zaniolo situation. He has been an idiot. We've got a massive game on Sunday. This cannot influence our performance. It just can't. We have to go to Naples. And again, I love respect, but Roma fans hate Napoli fans. We have to go there beating their ass up. This is probably gonna get memed if Milan beat the ass up us, but that should be the spirit. And it's very curious to see if Zaniolo will get a call-up for Sunday's game. And it's also very curious to see what Mourinho has to say, because tomorrow Mourinho's back speaking, press conferences are back. This means that Mourinho's enthusiasm is slowly getting back together, which is good news, but there are going to be a lot of questions on Zaniolo in tomorrow's press conference, so come back because press conference reactions are going to be back. Let's be honest, I wanted to leave. He wanted to leave because he got booed by about a dozen fans. He's a brittle little bitch. Score prediction said that 1-1. The Napoli lineup against Cremonese was pretty much their second string. I agree, but it could influence their momentum and mentality. Looking cool, Simon. Yeah, I mean, this is not new. I normally wear glasses when I study. I just wore them. I don't know. I don't wear glasses. It's just when I study, I have to keep them. But yeah. That's normal me again. That's Harry Potter me. Right, I will catch you tomorrow with the press conference reaction. Take care, enjoy, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let me know in the comments down below your predicted 11 and your predictions for tomorrow. And I'll catch you very, very soon. Simon, out. Subscribe and smash the like button and share the link of my channel with your families and friends. We're like 5 subscribers away from 6,200 subscribers. Get it done. Catch you soon. Take care. Enjoy the Friday night. Right, I'll shut up now.